Hello everyone. Welcome back to this channel. This time we will discuss the leaks that I have obtained. So, the leak about the full kit of the Dahlia V1 has just arrived. And this leak comes from HomDG Cat. Alright, let's not waste any time and get right into it. Okay, the Dahlia is a 5-star Nihility character who has the fire element. First, let's start with the basic stats of the Dahlia. She has base HP of 1086.6, base attack 679.14, base defend 606.38, speed 96, and her max energy is 130. Then for her trace boost is plus 37.3% break effect, 18% effect res, and 10% HP. Then for the Dahlia's signature light cone, the effect increases the wearer's break effect by 60% to 120%. When entering combat, increases break damage dealt by the wearer and another teammate who triggered combat by 32% to 72%. If there is no teammate who triggered combat, applies this effect to the wearer and the teammate with the highest break effect. Effects of the same type cannot be stacked. When the wearer applies weakness to an enemy target, recovers 1 skill point. This effect can only trigger once, and trigger count resets when using ultimate. Next we move to the Dahlia's main kit. For her basic attack, the Dahlia will deals fire damage equal to 100% of the Dahlia's attack to one designated enemy target. Then for her skill, the Dahlia will deploys a zone that lasts for 3 turns, with the zone's duration decreasing by 1 at the start of the Dahlia's turn. Then, deals fire damage equal to 160% of the Dahlia's attack to one designated enemy and their adjacent targets. While the zone is active, increases all allies' weakness break efficiency by 50%, and toughness reduction taken by enemy targets while not weakness broken can be converted into Superbreak damage. In other words, Dahlia's skill allows us not to wait for the enemy to fully lose their toughness bar to be able to inflict Superbreak damage. Yeah, this is insane. Because we know, the downtime or damage loss of the Superbreak team is when the enemy is not in weakness break condition, so we have to destroy the enemy's toughness first to produce Superbreak damage. And this will take quite a long time and cycle. Especially if fighting enemies with high speed, they can recover quickly from weakness break status. But this problem is solved with the Dahlia's skill. Even, the Superbreak team might be able to fight enemies with thick toughness. The thickness of the enemy's toughness will no longer be an obstacle for the Superbreak team. Next is the Dahlia's ultimate. The Dahlia will inflict wilt state on all enemies, lasting for 4 turns. Then, deals fire damage equal to 300% of the Dahlia's attack, which is distributed across all enemies. Reduces DEF of enemy targets in the wilt state by 18% and applies weakness of all dance partners types to enemy targets. Then we move to the Dahlia's talent. When entering combat, the Dahlia regenerates 35 energy and grants dance partner to this unit and the teammate who triggered combat. Whenever there is no other dance partner on the field, grants dance partners to this unit and the teammate with the highest break effect. After a dance partner attacks a weakness broken enemy target, the toughness reduction from this attack is converted into 1 instance of Superbreak damage at 60%. After an enemy target is attacked by the other dance partner, the Dahlia launches a follow-up attack, dealing 5 instances of damage, each dealing fire damage equal to 30% of the Dahlia's attack to one random enemy. After each instance of damage dealt to a weakness-broken enemy target, the toughness reduction from this damage is converted into 1 instance of Superbreak damage at 200%. This effect can only trigger once per turn. If the target is defeated before the follow-up attack is used, it will be launched at one random enemy instead. For her technique, after creates a special dimension that lasts for 20 seconds. Enemies within this dimension will not actively attack ally targets. After entering combat with enemies in the special dimension, the Dahlia immediately deploys her skills zone. and converts the combat triggering toughness reduction into one instance of Superbreak damage at 60% against enemy targets that are weakness broken. Only one dimension effect created by allies can exist at the same time. For the next one, we move to the Dahlia's traces. Her first trace, when entering combat, increases other characters' break effect equal to 24% of the Dahlia's break effect plus 50% for 1 turns. This effect triggers again lasting 3 turns when the Dahlia receives healing or a shield from a teammate, but cannot be triggered repeatedly within a single turn. This is quite unique, because the Dahlia must receive heal or shield to reactivate her break effect increase. So if we use a team without sustain, then we only get the break effect increase benefit for 3 turns. Then her second trace, when using talent's follow-up attack, recovers 1 skill point for allies. This effect can be triggered once for every 2 talent's follow-up attacks used. Her third trace, when an ally target applies weakness to an enemy target, increases speed by 30% for 2 turns. When this effect is triggered by an ally fire character, also regenerates a set amount of energy equal to 10% of max energy, capping at 50% of max energy. This effect can only be triggered once for each character in each turn. Yeah, trace 3. This will only be maximal if we use Firefly. Although Boothill can implant weakness, but because he is not a fire element, Boothill cannot get the second effect. And too bad for Rappa, because he doesn't even get any benefit from the Dahlia's third trace. Because we know ourselves that Rappa cannot apply weakness to enemies. Then we move to the Dahlia's Eidolons. Her first Eidolon applies talent's Superbreak damage multiplier provided to dance partner to all ally characters, with dance partner additionally receiving a 40% boost. After dance partner uses an attack, deals an additional fixed amount of toughness reduction equal to 25% of the enemy target's max toughness, minimum of 10 points, up to 300 points. This effect can only trigger once per enemy target, and the trigger count for each target resets after the enemy target receives a killing blow. Her second Eidolon, the wilt effect from her ultimate will additionally reduces the target's all-type residential by 18%. When an enemy target enters the field, immediately inflicts wilt state on them, lasting for 3 turns. Her fourth Eidolon increases the instances of damage dealt by talent's follow-up attack by 5, and every hit increases the target's damage taken by 12%, lasting for 2 turns. And finally her sixth Eidolon increases the Dahlia's break effect by 150%. When using her talent's follow-up attack, advances the next action of all dance partners by 15%. If viewed overall, the Dahlia's kit looks quite promising. Especially with the mechanic where we can inflict Superbreak damage even when the enemy is not in weakness break. Perhaps with the release of the Dahlia, at least it will bring the Superbreak team back to compete with other teams. I hope at least the performance will be the same as the current DOT team. Alright, that's all for now everyone. So what are your thoughts about the full kit beta V1 leak of the Dahlia? Write your opinions in the comments section, and don't forget to share this information with your friends who also play Honkai starrail. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss other important information. See you in the next update.